New 2026 INEOS Grenadier. In a world where SUVs are increasingly polished, digitized, and softened for the urban commute, the INEOS Grenadier emerges as a rebellious reminder of what utility vehicles once stood for. First introduced as a passion project by British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Grenadier's mission has always been refreshingly simple: to revive the no-nonsense DNA of classic off-roaders like the original Land Rover Defender, Mercedes-Benz G-Class, and Toyota Land Cruiser. Now with the 2026 model year, INEOS has refined that formula, sharpening the Grenadier's mechanical robustness while integrating just enough modern comfort and safety to appeal to today's demanding drivers. But here's the pressing question. Does the 2026 Grenadier strike the right balance between hardcore ruggedness and modern-day expectations? Or does it remain a niche machine for enthusiasts willing to compromise convenience for authenticity? Let's dig deep into the details to see whether the Grenadier is not only good, but also worth buying in a crowded SUV market. Is the 2026 INEOS Grenadier a good car? A purpose-built philosophy. Unlike most new SUVs, the Grenadier wasn't designed by marketing committees chasing lifestyle buyers. Instead, it was conceived from a clear brief: build a tool, not a toy. That design philosophy is obvious the moment you see the 2026 model. It's boxy, upright, and unashamedly utilitarian, complete with exposed hinges, a flat roofline, and a tailgate split for practicality. There's no pandering to aerodynamics or fashion trends. The Grenadier is styled with the purity of function first. This philosophy sets the tone for everything else: chassis engineering, drivetrain, suspension, and even the interior layout. The 2026 version continues to run on a ladder frame chassis, rare in today's market, and comes with solid axles front and rear paired with coil springs. The result is a setup designed for durability and true off-road articulation, something crossover SUVs simply cannot replicate: powertrain options and performance. The Grenadier offers two engine options for 2026, both sourced from BMW, renowned for their efficiency and power delivery. Buyers can choose between 3.0L turbocharged inline-six gasoline engine to 280 horsepower, to 330 lb-ft torque, 3.0L turbo diesel inline-six to 245 horsepower, E405 lb-ft torque, available in select markets. Both engines are paired with a proven ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, a favorite in premium SUVs and trucks for its smooth shifting and reliability. Power is delivered through a full-time 4WD system, with a 2-speed transfer case and available front-rear locking differentials. On-road, the Grenadier feels surprisingly refined for such a rugged machine. The gasoline 6 is smooth, with linear power delivery and adequate acceleration for highway merging and overtaking. Don't expect sports car dynamics. This is a heavy, body-on-frame utility vehicle, but it doesn't feel underpowered. The diesel shines in low-end grunt, ideal for towing and crawling off-road prowess. Where the Grenadier truly separates itself is in terrain capability. With 10.4 inches of ground clearance, 31.5-inch wading depth, and approach, departure, breakover angles designed for technical trails, this SUV thrives in environments where others falter. Reviews from respected sources like Car and Driver and Top Gear have praised its climbing stability and suspension articulation. The availability of front and rear locking differentials, combined with a manually selectable low-range gearbox, places the Grenadier in the same league as icons like the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon and Land Cruiser 70 series. The 2026 model also sees improvements in traction management software, giving novice off-roaders a safety net without diluting the raw mechanical feel. Interior, function first, comfort second. Step inside, and the Grenadier makes its philosophy clear once more. The interior is rugged and minimalist, but well thought out. Controls are large, physical switches, easy to operate with gloves on, unlike the touchscreen obsession in most modern cars. The overhead panel, inspired by aircraft cockpits, houses auxiliary controls for off-road accessories, which can be customized for winches, spotlights, or air compressors. For 2026, INEOS has slightly upgraded the cabin materials. Hard plastics still dominate, but they're designed for durability and easy cleaning. Upholstery options include water-resistant cloth and robust leather. Seats are supportive and visibility is excellent thanks to the upright design and large windows. Technology is present but restrained. A central touchscreen handles navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, but physical buttons remain primary. Safety is improved for 2026 with the inclusion of lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, and modern crash structure reinforcements. Still, the Grenadier doesn't aim to be a tech showcase. It's about durability over digital flash, ride and daily usability. On pavement, the Grenadier won't disguise its rugged underpinnings. Body-on-frame construction and solid axles mean the ride is firmer than most crossovers, and body roll is noticeable in corners. Yet compared to old-school 404s like the classic Defender, the Grenadier feels more civilized. Noise insulation has been improved for 2026, and the ZF transmission smooths out the powertrain, making long-distance cruising less tiring. In city driving, its boxy size and relatively heavy steering make it less agile than mainstream SUVs. Parking in tight spots can be challenging, though the upright edges do help with visibility. This isn't the vehicle you buy if your driving life is confined to urban streets, but for mixed use or rural environments, it feels perfectly suited. Reliability and build quality. INEOS is still a young automaker, and questions of long-term reliability remain. However, its partnership with BMW for engines and ZF for transmissions provides confidence. These are proven components. Early reviews from Autocar and Motor Trend report that the Grenadier feels solidly built, with robust panel fit and high-quality underbody protection. Service networks are expanding, and INEOS has made efforts to ensure parts availability worldwide, acknowledging that off-road adventurers often travel far from major cities. Verdict so far: yes. The 2026 INEOS Grenadier is a good car, if judged by the right standards. It's not trying to be a Lexus RX or BMW X5. Instead, it proudly fills the niche of being one of the last true utility off-roaders in a market obsessed with comfort-first crossovers. 2. Is the 2026 INEOS Grenadier worth buying? The market context. To answer whether the Grenadier is worth buying, one must look at its competitors. Buyers considering the Grenadier are likely also cross-shopping the Land Rover Defender, Jeep Wrangler, Ford Bronco, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, and Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Each of these has its own strengths. The Defender blends off-road with luxury. The Wrangler offers affordability and heritage. The Bronco brings retro appeal and versatility, while the G-Class delivers exclusivity at a steep price. The Grenadier sits somewhere in between. It offers more authenticity and ruggedness than the Defender or Bronco, but at a lower price point than the G-Class. For buyers who genuinely use their vehicles for off-road exploration, overlanding, or heavy-duty rural work, the Grenadier makes a compelling case: price and value proposition. Pricing for the 2026 INEOS Grenadier is expected to start around $75,000 in the US and similar equivalents in other markets. That positions it above mainstream off-roaders like the Wrangler or Bronco, but below luxury-oriented SUVs like the G-Class. For what you get: BMW engines, ZF gearbox, full off-road hardware, and a purpose-built design. The value is competitive. However, potential buyers should weigh the cost against the Grenadier's relatively new brand reputation. Unlike Toyota or Jeep, INEOS doesn't have decades of proven consumer trust, which may influence resale values, practicality, and everyday suitability. As a daily driver, the Grenadier requires compromises. It's thirsty compared to smaller crossovers. EPA estimates hover around 15-18 mpg. It also feels bulky in urban settings. If you spend most of your time commuting in traffic or running city errands, the Grenadier may feel like overkill. But if you live in rural areas, need towing capacity up to 7,700 pounds, or enjoy regular weekend expeditions into the wilderness, the Grenadier quickly becomes worth its asking price. It's not a fashion statement. It's a tool designed to work hard, whether hauling gear, pulling trailers, or climbing mountain trails. Ownership, costs, and service. INEOS has been working to build a global service network, partnering with Bosch car service locations in many regions to ensure parts and repairs are accessible. Maintenance costs are likely to be higher than mass-market SUVs, but comparable to premium European brands, since the engines and transmissions are BMW-sourced. Insurance costs may also be higher, given its classification as a premium off-roader, but depreciation remains an unknown. Buyers should prepare for the possibility that resale values may initially lag behind Toyota or Land Rover. Emotional appeal. Beyond spreadsheets and specs, the Grenadier appeals to something emotional, the desire for authenticity. Driving it feels purposeful, as if you're piloting a machine built for a mission, not just for image. For enthusiasts who lament the softening of the Defender or the luxury bloat of the G-Class, the Grenadier feels like a breath of fresh air. It's the kind of vehicle that inspires ownership stories, whether that's a family trip across mountain ranges, an expedition into remote deserts, or simply the satisfaction of knowing your SUV could tackle those challenges if called upon. Who should buy it? Adventure seekers and overlanders who need a platform ready for modifications and long-distance travel. Rural landowners, farmers and utility users who value durability and towing. Enthusiasts nostalgic for the Defender G-Class of old, but unwilling to pay six-figure sums. Buyers who prioritize authenticity over luxury. Who shouldn't buy it? Urban dwellers, image seekers, or anyone prioritizing comfort-first commuting. Verdict: the Grenadier is worth buying if your lifestyle matches its mission. Otherwise, it's better to choose a more balanced SUV. The 2026 INEOS Grenadier is more than just another SUV. It's a statement against the industry's drift toward soft, style-driven crossovers. It proves that there is still a place for vehicles built with authenticity, ruggedness, and mechanical purity in mind. Is it a good car? Absolutely, if judged by its intended standards. It's tough, capable, and purpose-driven, offering a level of off-road authenticity few rivals can match. With BMW Powertrain's proven ZF transmissions and genuine hardware like locking differentials, it's as close as modern buyers can get to a brand new old-school 444. Is it worth buying? That depends on you. If your life demands daily city commuting and comfort-first priorities, probably not. But if you crave real adventure, live in environments that test a vehicle's durability, or simply want to own something built with uncompromised intent, then the Grenadier is one of the most compelling options available today. In an era of homogenized SUVs, the Grenadier dares to be different, and for those who long for authenticity, that alone may make it priceless.